So we've just had two court orders come down, and they're good ones. One is in the case of Postmaster General Louis DeJoy's ongoing efforts to slow the mail, and the second is in the Mike Flynn case. Folks, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The state of our judiciary remains strong. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So over the past 48 hours, we've had a couple of significant legal developments in two cases. One involving the US Postal Service and Postmaster General Louis DeJoy's ongoing efforts to slow the delivery of the mail, and the other in the Mike Flynn case. Let's tackle the Postal Service case first. You'll probably recall that Donald Trump appointed an entirely corrupt Postmaster General, this guy named Louis DeJoy, and DeJoy promptly went about trying to slow delivery of the mail in a transparent attempt to interfere in the upcoming election. And one of the things he did was he took out of service a number of high-speed mail sorting machines, such that now it takes something like 6 postal employees to spend a whole 8-hour shift sorting mail that the high-speed sorting machines could do in about an hour, right? All in the name of efficiency, of course. Various federal courts around the country have been litigating suits designed to try to force the Postal Service to do its job. And Judge Emmett Sullivan, federal district court judge in Washington, D.C., has said enough. And on Thursday, 2 days ago, Judge Sullivan said to Postmaster General Louis DeJoy and the Postal Service and the Trump administration, reinstall the dang high-speed mail sorting machines. I may have added the dang part. But here is Judge Sullivan's order from Thursday, just the day before yesterday. Quote, "The court hereby orders, if any post office, distribution center, or other postal facility will be unable to process election mail for the November 2020 election in accordance with first-class delivery standards because of USPS's removal and decommissioning of sorting machines from service, available processing equipment will be restored to service to ensure that USPS can comply with its prior policy of delivering election mail in accordance with first-class delivery standards." And then, just yesterday, Judge Sullivan also issued an order saying, oh, and by the way, I want you back in court at 5 p.m. on Friday, that was yesterday, to tell me how you're complying with this order, how much progress you have made. So basically, Judge Sullivan is keeping them on an extremely short leash to make sure old Louis DeJoy doesn't keep dragging his feet, doesn't keep playing games. Can I tell you, I get patriotic goosebumps. I don't mean figuratively, I mean literally. When I see federal court judges standing up and ordering a corrupt Trump administration to do its job on behalf of the American people. And that's one of the reasons I say that the state of our judiciary remains strong. So let's talk about the second legal development in Mike Flynn's case. Yesterday, Judge Emmett Sullivan, who's also presiding over the Mike Flynn case, ordered the Department of Justice to review and certify to the court that all filings in the Flynn case, all evidence, all documents are accurate, unaltered, and not manipulated. Why? Well, because recently, Bill Barr's Department of Justice got caught submitting 2 pieces of evidence that it turns out were altered. Here's how the headline read about that DOJ revelation just a short while ago. Quote, Justice Department acknowledges FBI notes given to Flynn's defense and then ultimately to the court contained altered dates. Now, when that was discovered, Judge Sullivan said that that was extremely unsettling, his word. So he issued this order that the Department of Justice must now review and certify that everything they have provided the court is unaltered, is not manipulated, and is accurate. Here's some of the Politico reporting about that order issued by Judge Sullivan yesterday. Quote, the order is a signal of intense distrust between Judge Emmett Sullivan and the Department of Justice, whose filings are typically accepted at face value. In this case, the Flynn case, the Department of Justice has already acknowledged that 2 documents it previously filed, handwritten notes taken by former FBI counterintelligence agent Peter Strzok and former FBI Director Andrew McCabe, were altered, quote, inadvertently by the Department of Justice to include inaccurate dates. Okay, so some notes of Peter Strzok and Andrew McCabe, 2 perceived enemies of Donald Trump's, those notes were altered inadvertently. You know, I was a federal prosecutor for 30 years, folks, and I hated when I would inadvertently alter the evidence in a case and then present it to the court. Yeah, that doesn't happen. There's actually a term for that, tampering with evidence. There's also a law for that. And it can be found in 18 United States Code, Section 1519. I've got the big, ugly blue book of federal laws here. And turning to Section 1519, here's how it reads. Quote, destruction, alteration, or falsification of records in federal investigations. Whoever knowingly alters, destroys, mutilates, conceals, covers up, falsifies, or makes a false entry in any record, document, or tangible object with the intent to impede, obstruct, or influence the investigation or proper administration of any matter within the jurisdiction of the department, of any department or agency of the United States, shall be fined and imprisoned for not more than 20 years. Now, I am not alleging or concluding that these alterations that were made to the evidence, to the notes of Peter Strzok and Andrew McCabe, were made intentionally, nefariously, or if Bill Barr's Department of Justice assures us they were made inadvertently. We inadvertently altered the evidence. I do know that Judge Sullivan is unsettled, and I sure am unsettled right along with him. Why am I unsettled? Well, maybe it's because another federal court judge, Reggie Walton, concluded in written findings that Bill Barr can't be trusted. Reggie Walton issued a written opinion indicating Bill Barr lacks candor, Bill Barr spun the Mueller report, Bill Barr mischaracterized the Mueller report, and Bill Barr's assertions about the Mueller report were contradicted by the contents of the Mueller report. Bill Barr lacks candor, lacks credibility, can't be trusted. So is this unsettling that the Department of Justice was caught altering some evidence pertaining to Peter Strzok and Andrew McCabe? What are the odds? One thing I am fairly confident of, folks, is that Judge Emmett Sullivan We'll get to the bottom of whether these notes, this evidence was altered inadvertently or intentionally. Stay tuned and stay safe. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.